Things are good.
Pretty good.
So how's spring practice going for you?
It's going pretty well. I get some good work with some incredible talent and get to be coached by some phenomenal coaches and just try to get better every day.
What's the biggest difference?
I'd say the biggest difference is probably just the speed and everything moving. But coming from St. John Bosco in the Trinity League, it definitely helped me to sort of make the transition a little bit easier. But honestly, I'd say the biggest transition is just getting everywhere on time with regards to college in general. I mean, you got to be on your own schedule. You're not sort of trapped at school from 8 to 3. You got to find your way to classes. You got to find times to eat and get out in the field and perform as well as you can.
Is it a little surreal, that part of it, that you really should still be in high school?
It was the first week or two, but it sort of you get acclimated. You maybe get back to your room at 6 at night, and you're trying to figure out something to do, and you realize that you're not sort of with all your friends in your neighborhood and whatnot, and you kind of you got to fill time and just kind of time manage. That's basically the main thing I've learned here is time management with regards to homework, to film, to meetings, to everything.
Do you expect to enter the season as the starter?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just excited to be part of UCLA football, and any quarterback that goes up there deserves the job because we're all battling our butts off, and each and every day we're bringing as much competition as we possibly can.
How tough is that, managing expectations?
Not really, because Coach Moore is phenomenal at ingraining in us to tune out the noise and everything that everything that goes on about UCLA football. The only thing that we really care about is what actually happens within UCLA football. Nothing really around anything outside of the walls of our this Spalding field and our meeting rooms and everything such.
How much more comfortable do you feel now compared to when you first started spring practice in getting all the offense into it?
I mean, obviously, each and every day we're working hard to get better, and you feel a little bit more comfortable each and every day. I mean, Brett's been starting for 3 years, and I bet he felt more comfortable each and every day he came out into this field.
How key was it that it was similar to St. John Bosco's offense?
It helps a lot. There's a lot of carryover. Not sort of the anchor in the meeting, having coach sort of had to pull time off to the side and slow everything down to explain to me. It's just sort of helps everything go a little bit more smoother.
How about coming in a quarter early? How much did that help?
Helped a ton. Like I said, overcoming the probably the most difficult thing with regards to just being in college. Has nothing to do with football. Just being up at 5:30 a.m. to go lift our butts off, and then you have to wake up, go to training table, 2 or 3 classes, mentor meetings, and everything alike. It's just a really packed day.
And you're comp sci, right?
Well, I've been sort of bouncing around majors here and there, but I think I'm going to settle on major in economics and minor cognitive science.
Are there any guys on offense who have kind of helped bring you along?
Yeah, absolutely. The entire quarterback room is phenomenally helpful. I mean, outside of the competition on this field, you would not expect that there's any sort of competition or walking on a broom walk and whatnot. I mean, from Mike Faithful to Jerry to Asante to Jay Cole, everyone's been helping me a ton. If I have a question, they're not just going to give me a snarl or anything, hoping I mess up in the field. We're all helping each other, and honestly, if whoever starts, we're all going to be supremely confident in them because if they did win the job, they won it for a reason. They're going to be the best. They're going to be the best quarterback and the best man to lead this football team.
Have you been happy with the rep rotation?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been awesome. I mean, you watch on the NFL Network and all these different things with guys struggling to rotate 2 quarterbacks, and our coaching staff is doing a phenomenal job of rotating 4. I mean, no one feels left out whatsoever. You get into meetings and everyone feels the utmost engaged because we're all up on the tape. We're not just watching one guy going for one practice. Everyone feels engaged because everyone's getting great reps, great film, and being able to critique themselves, not saying what I would do if I was in there.
Coach Moore had told us on day 1 that you guys will probably go to San Bernardino and still not know. Between now and then, what do you want to do to try to, or feel you have to do, to try to earn that starting job?
Just get better each and every day. I mean, there's the one thing I've sort of learned in life that every coach, mentor, anything has told me is control what you can control, and I'm not going to be able to walk in the morning and say I'm the starter. So I mean, I got to control what I got to control, and I got to come out here and try to complete every pass and make the right read every single time and lift as much weight as I possibly can in the weight room to get in good physical shape, get as good grades as I possibly can, and try to present myself in a positive way to everyone.
Where are you weight-wise?
I don't know. I weighed in last week on like Thursday or something at like 211. I would love to hit by Virginia like 220, but that might be a little bit optimistic. I mean, I don't know. Coach Sal is the phenomenal strength and conditioning coach, and I have the utmost trust in him.
Has Brett talked to you much before you got to campus or since you've gotten to campus?
Yeah. It was a complete open line of communication through the recruiting process. I've run into him a few times. He actually was sort of just tagging along with one of the class checkers and popped into a class and said what's up, and he's just an incredible help. I mean, he really has no obligation to come back and to sort of give us any of his knowledge or to sort of show any sort of kind of thing to UCLA. He has no obligation to, but he just wants to because he's an incredible guy. He's helped me out a ton, and I can only hope to follow in his footsteps.
You talked a little bit at the beginning about time management as a freshman. What's the biggest challenge off the field with time management, your first experience?
Well, honestly, for me, because I'm trying to put on a lot of weight, it's really tough to find like chunks of windows to eat. Because I'm trying to throw in like 4 or 5 meals a day to try and put on weight, and when you got to go from here to there to here to there, it's tough. I mean, we're up at like 5:30 on most days. We have to get a little snack in before the dining halls are even open, and then you got to go lift, and then you got to go to train table, and you're eating breakfast at like 11 o'clock, and you just kind of got to balance all these things out. So I actually got a meeting with Coach Sal in like about 45 minutes to try to sort all that out. But yeah, it's kind of been tough. It's just a lot of the little nuances you don't really realize the struggles kind of are. I mean, like my first week or something, I was like about 5 minutes late to every class. They sort of underestimated how long every walk was. I mean, I'm walking all the way from the top of the hill to Haynes or the music lecture halls or the other side of campus, and public affairs. That's a pain for Spanish. But I mean, there are a lot of little nuances the whole college thing that you don't really realize until you're here.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm enjoying every last second of it. It's been great to go through the experience with these guys who are basically treating me like family, and they don't really have to. I'm kind of that pesky little freshman that comes in and thinks he's like the king of the world, but I mean, they've helped me out a ton. It's been awesome. This team has welcomed me with open arms.
There's always a concept that after you come in, coaches kind of change kind of their personality from when they were recruiting you, and I know that you knew Mora even before recruiting. Has he changed? Has he treated you differently? How's that relationship going?
No, not at all. I was actually expecting to be yelled at a lot more, but I mean, I don't know, everything's worked out pretty well. I mean, you've been to my Bosco practice. I'm used to getting yelled at every single thing I do, even if it's the right thing. But I mean, coaches haven't changed. Coach Moore is a phenomenal person. He'll fight for every last individual on this football team. Walk-on, scholarship, starter, fourth string, anything. He'll fight for every last guy, and you absolutely get that vibe. I mean, Coach Big Mazzoni and Little Mazzoni are as good as advertised. They're phenomenal coaches, and I can't wait to take the field with them in actual game jerseys.
You call them Big and Little? Is that what you call them?
I don't know. I originally went to like Noel and Coach T, and I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
All right, thanks, guys.